Everybody, it's Jen, and this is Jennifer freaking Atherton. This is video 2 of my review of The Turning Point with Marshall Silver. He talked about agreements, especially with like your significant other. A lot of us have expectations on how the relationship's going to work out. You should just write a lot of agreements. In this relationship, I agree that this is what we do, and this is how we spend our Fridays, and this is the date nights that we do, and this is what we do for fun. And it's really gonna help the relationship succeed when everybody knows, was that in the agreement? Random disciplines. Practicing a discipline to develop a disciplinary muscle. So you work with these little disciplines and then you work on bigger disciplines. And discipline is a muscle, it needs to be practiced. You're either going to have discipline or you're going to have regrets. Money is not fair, and it goes to the people that probably need it the least, because money is an energy, and it's connected really to the strongest energies that pull it into it, and it's connected to confidence. So be more confident and you'll get more money in your life. For me to get you where you want, I need to know where you are. So where are you right now and where do you need to go? For me to help you get to where you need to go, I need to know where you are right now so I can give you directions on where you need to go. Everything begins in thought and really focusing on easy wins. You put 100 like-minded people in a room and you can do almost anything. The power of our collective minds as a unit is so good. And I want you to begin with the end in mind. He talked about the story about how his mom was working in like a homeless shelter, and he asked her a lot of questions like, for homeless people, what would they really want? And 50% of the people enjoyed being homeless, they enjoyed that lifestyle, that's what worked for them, and 50% of the people kind of were just down on their luck. And for those people, the best way that you could help them is to give them their self-esteem back. And by doing that, I mean, you kind of have to do like small wins to get them back to where we were, but that's like the biggest thing that homeless people really need is their self-esteem back, that they can get their life back together. Teach them to get back on their feet would probably be the best thing that we could all do to help homeless people that are having a hard time. He also does this cold reading where he takes the towel and wraps it up and throws it into the audience randomly, and he asks them their name, and you're supposed to say freaking in as your middle name. So Jennifer freaking Atherton, what do you do? I'm a real estate investor. What do you want? The Atherton Castle. And he asks us just kind of get like a feeling of in the room, and then once that person talks, he has you hand over the microphone and then throw the towel. It really talks about kindness as one of the most essential human traits. So he also says, don't think about starting a business. Say, because your words dictate your reality, I'm starting a business. I'm starting it now, and then you fail fast and you fail forward. Funny means money. Getting people to laugh really means you are going to help them buy from you. And really focus on what is your number one quality. This really cool thing that he said was, I mean, this guy's a billionaire, right? And when you become kind of an investor, you make a lot of money, you always think about, well, how can I save money and blah, blah. He said him and his wife celebrate Valentine's Day on the 15th because the roses are 90% cheaper than they are on the 14th. And I texted my boyfriend, I said, let's have an agreement where we celebrate Valentine's Day on the 15th because everything's going to be so much cheaper. The restaurants aren't going to be packed, you're going to get way better service, and everything is just going to be, it just sounds like fun. I always say with my girlfriends, when we're millionaires, we're still going to go to the club at 9 o'clock or like right before 10 to get in for free. It's not about the money. It's about the experience of getting a deal. I guess that's what we're looking for. Especially when you have a ton of money, it's just kind of fun to go against the grain because that's what you're hardwired to do when you're an investor. He's also said the fastest way to get massive results is mentorship, and I'm going to go over what to look for in a really good mentor. Marshall Silver would love to win the Nobel Prize. I would love to win the Nobel Prize in economics for women. and he recommended a book, Atlas Shrugged.